It's
All right.
Friday.
It's
It's Friday.
Friday. It's
It's
the
end
end
of
of
the
the
weekday,
weekday,
my
my
day.
day.
Woo!
All right. Letting you guys in on the first ever Freedom Friday. We're coining every Friday Freedom Friday for us, and we're allowing you to join in now. So, what we're doing here on Freedom Friday is we're going into the aspects of freedom that we're interested in, that you're interested in, and then how do we obtain it. So, every Freedom Friday, we'll be here sharing our vision of freedom, sharing real estate investment opportunities that can help you get to financial freedom, and giving you an opportunity to get in on those deals. Yes, partnering with us, becoming part of the Freedom family, and building these assets.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. So every page you'll see the QR code right above us. At any point in this presentation, in this call, you can just use the QR code to sign up for our Freedom Family. That gives you further access to what we're doing here beyond today. And it also gives you access to all of our other resources and to contact us. All right. So, without further ado, I want to ask you a question, Tyrone.
I'm ready. I'm
Oh
ready.
yes, and I'm Nzinga, as you
I'm
know.
Tyrone, and together we are the co-founders of Mansfield Real Estate Investments.
Yeah. All right. So, Tyrone, what does freedom mean to you? What comes to mind for you?
So freedom to me means one, you got to take care of the basic needs, right? Make sure that the basic needs are met. But beyond that, freedom actually means the ability to choose what you're going to do with your time. And it's not about survival anymore at that point. It's how do you want to impact your life and those around you, and having the freedom or the choice to do whatever that thing is. So yeah, that's what freedom means to me. What about you?
All right. So, the first thing that comes to mind for freedom with me is like it's like this bigger notion of like I feel like I was gifted spiritual freedom by having like the parents that I had. I was so lucky to be able to just be open and creative and free when in my conversation about spirit and God and how I saw that, and kind of just working through those conversations. So there was like a creativity that came into it which allowed me to feel completely free. um, and then as I grew older and started to understand the dynamics between money and living in this world, I realized that there was another freedom that I wanted to obtain, which was financial freedom. And what I learned about financial freedom, that it's not just about being rich. Just because you're rich doesn't mean that you have financial freedom. Rich means, it's a subjective. It can mean something different to everyone. But true financial freedom is when you can pay for the lifestyle you desire with assets, meaning your assets, your money is paying for your monthly, yearly living expenses. And so
That's awesome.
that's the journey that I'm on right now. That's my focus in freedom, is gaining financial freedom. And yeah, that opens up a whole nother world of things and life and living.
Yeah, and choices.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. I'm on that same journey with you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're there together.
Yeah.
And as most of you know, because you're here with us, that we both chose the industry of real estate to go after our financial freedom. In so many ways, it just made sense. You would see the um, majority of wealthy people, actually all, you can't really find a wealthy person who has not invested in real estate, invested some of their money in real estate in some way. Um, in order to obtain and hold their wealth.
Yes.
And so, why reinvent the wheel? Let's get it.
Let's get it. Let's get it together.
So we're going to take you into our next segment of Freedom Friday, in which Tyrone is actually going to walk you through the details, the numbers, everything you need to know about the deals we have on our table right now. As you know, we search high and low for deals constantly. Every week we're looking at deals, we're putting in offers, and we're talking to other sellers in real estate. And so these are two real life deals we have on the table that you can join in on with us if you want. If you're looking for some return on investment, if you're looking to build your assets for some financial freedom, listen up really good. And
click on the QR code.
Yeah, click that QR code when you know that you're ready.
Yep, connect with us, communicate with us. So on the right here, you can see there's an opportunity, what we like to call an opportunity card. And we list the properties by a number. So this one is property 11. We'll give you a little bit of detail about Vineland, New Jersey. But if you want to know more details, again, click on the QR code and we can share everything with you. But long story short, the middle of this card has a few images and it relates to the type of deal that we're talking about. So right here, we're talking about a single family fix and flip. So that's typically a house, as you see on the right side. And then you purchase this house, right? That's the first stage of the journey that's depicted there. You fix up the house over a period of time. Here it's 8 months. And then you end the deal. Usually you sell it or exit out of the deal to get your cash. So I'm going to just walk you through what this card is, and hopefully you can connect with us, ask questions and whatnot, and by clicking on the QR code. So with this deal, the first line item is cash needed. Usually these deals require a down payment. And they're typically somewhere around 20 to 25%, but it's different every deal. This specific deal, about $69,000 down, right? So you get that amount of money. We get approved for the loan, and then we can go in it together, depending on who wants to join in and how we want to structure that deal. But usually the next step is striking a purchase price. Now, here's where you actually make your money. Fixing it is important, flipping it, managing the deal. Those are all important aspects of real estate. But the real kicker is getting a really good purchase price. So this specific deal, they actually wanted closer to $300,000 for this deal. And in this day and age, there's a lot of competition. In order to talk someone down over $75,000, is not easy to do. And actually, we've walked through over 50 something deals to get to this deal in the course of a couple of months. So a lot of work, but that's what we specialize in. You don't have to worry about that part. So the purchase price here is $225. Really good deal. And the project budget, so that includes all the holding costs, the repairs that you have to make, and the purchase price. All together, you need about $393,000 in order to execute this deal, right? So we're putting 20% down, we're getting the loan from a bank, and all together to fix that property, you need $393,000.
Yep.
Yeah. So if there's any questions or
I don't have any questions for them at the moment. I'm excited about this deal. Like, you guys are just looking at numbers right now and what he's telling you, but I walked this deal. We walked through this deal. We talked to the owners of this deal, and so it's fresh in my mind. I'm imagining like all the great things that we could do with this house, how beautiful of a home, how beautiful of a property it is. That it's just a crazy deal. And so I'm gonna let you finish going through with the numbers, and then we'll get into a little bit of what we saw.
Yeah. Yep. So like she said, it was an amazing property with a lot of potential, and we execute on that potential, then the after repair value, or the amount that we're going to sell the house for, can reach $430,000 or more. And so that's the exit strategy. We're going to sell it after we're done fixing the property, and that's going to take around 8 months altogether, right? and the profits after that 8 months is going to be about $36,000. Now, we got to rewind a little bit because the cash we needed up front for the deal, right, out of our pocket was 69,000, and the total profits that we got out of the deal is 36,000. So at the end of the day, we get our 69 back, and we also get the 36,000 back. That is what you call a return on investment. And so that percentage is 37.6%.
Mm-hmm.
Now, to put this in perspective, if you, a lot of times, if you're investing in stock markets or even a high yield savings account, right, you're typically going to see, we actually were thinking about opening one up earlier this year, and they were offering about 4.6%, 5%, somewhere along those, which is really good for a high yield savings account. Bonds are offering about 4%, give or take, depending on the fluctuation.
CD accounts.
Yeah, CD accounts. They're all typically below 10%. If you get lucky, right, with a certain stock and you strike at the right point, you can see 30% returns. Very, very hard to do. With real estate, it's backed by an actual property, a piece of property that holds its value. And it's in a great location because we make sure that we pick locations that have properties that are going to keep their value.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
So I do have a question here.
Yeah.
I see on the card you have actual ROI and then small letters underneath of it, 56.4% annualized ROI. Can you explain what that is?
Yeah, so actual ROI is very simple. It's how much money did you put in and how much profit did you make at the end of the day. That's what your actual return on investment is. Now, annualized accounts for how much time did it take you to flip? How much time did it take you to grow your money? A lot of projects can take 2 to 3 or 4 or more years to complete on that project. But the special thing I like about fix and flips is you can see those ROIs in a very short period of time. Sometimes they're 6 months, 5 months, or 8 months. So you can see a return on your investment. You can get in and out of the deal very, very quickly. And that's what that annualized, it stands for. Hey, if this deal were to take a full year, then that's the amount of return on investment you could expect. But since we did it in a very quick amount of time, your actual ROI is there over at the top.
Got it. Okay, now I'm just going to read the small print on the bottom for those in the back. It says deal information. The single family home is an older home with a rehab scope that includes a redesign into an open concept with higher end finishes in order to reach the ARV listed after repair value. That's what ARV stands for. This deal makes sense if using a construction loan with 12% interest. That's that hard money loan we were talking about that we get, and all we do is put down the cash needed. That's $69,000. So this is just want to definitely make sure that you understand how to read the opportunity card, because this is how we take everything that we see with the deals and we put it on a simple to understand, simple to know card for you to be able to quickly look at these deals. Okay, now so can you explain to them a little bit what it looks like for them to, let me go in and say first where it's talking about. So this is an older home. So yes, when we walked in the home, it's the biggest home on this block. And it's not a dead end street. It's it's in Vineland, off of a main street, off of Delsey Drive. And you actually go up, and the community is shaped like a P. So it's a street, all residential street that goes up in a P, and then you come back out. Biggest home on this block, and it has beautiful 2-story facade, 3-story facade actually, with columns in the front. It looks grand, and then there's beautiful large mature trees all around, so you have shaded area. As you go around in the back, one of my favorite parts, it's beautiful green moss down on the ground and just steps away from the house, maybe about
80 or so steps.
80 or so feet from the yard. You have a beautiful stream running, like winding through the yard. So beautiful. Clean stream. There's snapping turtles in there. There's fish. And so that was my favorite part. Like, I just love nature like that. So, but then once we went in the house, it's just huge. It's a lot of space. There's a living room, a dining room that is like, a sit down eating dining room, but then a separate kitchen with an area. It's all separated right now. Like we said, it's older, but in our rehab, we would open it up, make it open concept. So you have a large eat-in kitchen with a big island. You could sit at the island, or you can entertain from over. There's bay windows all throughout the kitchen with a separate step down open pantry area.
Yeah, and it's beautiful too because the ceiling there's what do you call those sunroof?
Yep. There's skylights.
Skylights, yeah.
Yep, like 4 different skylights in that area. So beautiful light coming through that whole area in the kitchen, and and then there's doors on the side of the kitchen right there where it walks right out onto a stone patio with a fountain out there. Yeah. It's really something to see. And then beyond that, it has a full basement, 3 stories, and then kind of the little extra to take it overboard. So we already said it's a 3-bedroom or 4-bedroom. It's a 4-bedroom.
4-bedroom. Yep.
4-bedroom house, but it has a walk-up attic on this house. So on the 3rd floor, the attic spans the whole width of the house, and you could stand up like 8-foot ceiling. So to refinish that, we could really make that into a master suite up there, transforming it into a 5-bedroom house. So
a lot of potential there, and that's why we say, hey, the ARV, that's a conservative number, but there's a great chance that it goes over that. So really amazing deal. I'm truly excited, and Zing is excited. Mm-hmm. We're excited. Yeah. We want you to be excited with us. So
yeah. Oh yes, I want you to share with them a little bit of like the process, what it looks like to be partnered with us on a flip like this.
Yeah. So on a flip like this, we would kind of do like we're doing now, kind of go through a question and answer type sit down and say, hey, we found this really, really great deal. We give you all of the details about the deal, how long it would take to get in and out of the deal, how much cash it would take, the return on investment. But we would sit down with you and kind of discuss those. Now, the thing about the single family fix and flips, that generally they like to have quick closes. So over the matter of about a week, we would discuss the details of the deal. Maybe 3 days to 7 days, we have negotiation period. But we would tell you everything about the deal, how excited and awesome of an opportunity it is. And then what we would do is we would make our offer. And then once we get our offer, you would partner with us. And based on how many people put their percentage of money in, each person gets 37.6% ROI return at the end. And usually we would share all of the information with you, how the project's going. We'd give you updates about how it is. You could, even if you wanted to, you could come through and walk through just to see, the before, the after, and while you get those updates. And then we walk you through to the end of the deal. We'll show you what happens. But you're not stressing out with the contractors. We're dealing with that. You're not worrying about what colors you need to match in the kitchen or in the bathrooms. You basically are just seeing the whole process. It's kind of like watching HGTV.
That just came to mind.
But except you're making money.
Yeah, exactly. You're watching HGTV with like exclusive rights to every episode coming to you straight from us.
Yeah.
The real deal. You could even show up and see the project happening in real time.
Yeah.
And then you're making money on it at the end of the day.
Yeah. So you get entertainment, you get money. It turns into freedom. It's just a good deal.
Can't beat that. All right. So once again, the QR code up above us is what you want to use to let us know that you're interested in this deal. You want to get in on it. We have all an opportunity for you. Once you go to the QR code, you could either fill out our Join the Freedom Family document, or you can click the Contact Us and just write a note in there, explain that you were on this, you saw this video, and that you're interested in this deal. Just explain to us what you're interested in. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
So we're going to take you into the second opportunity card that we have this week. And this one is a little bit different than a fix and flip. It's a buy and hold. Yep. So when we talk about having our assets fund our lifestyle, this is the real thing that you want to look at. It's money that's coming in constantly, monthly income, monthly cash flow. And it's what we are personally, well, we do both, but I get really excited about this because I've already seen and know the benefits of it and how life-changing it is.
Yeah. And the great thing about this one is the experience that we bring to the table, right, when it comes to these deals, because experience goes a long ways. I remember first starting out with doing these real estate investments. It's very scary. You don't know what you don't know, and it's costly. It costs money. And so that's one of the benefits with teaming up with us. You get to jump ahead. You kind of get a head start, where you're working side by side with someone who knows, who has done this before. So like Nzinga said, this is nothing new. So with this one, we call it a buy and hold. The other one was a fix and flip because you're in and out in about a year or less time. Buy and holds are typically a little bit longer. They're 3 to 5 years or even more, because they generate income every month, and it's beautiful. It's hard to let something like that go. You really don't. And it's just a beautiful thing. So at the top here, it's same structure for the opportunity card. We found a deal in Deptford. Now this one is very special because it's a 1 unit. It's a single family home, but it is huge. It's 2,000 square feet. It has 3 bedrooms currently.
3 bedroom, 3 bath, full bath.
3 bedroom, 3 bath, but the layout. We brought creativity to this deal. So when we were walking through, Nzinga face lit up as she was walking through and talking about how we could split this property up into Airbnbs and a couple of them and rent by the room strategies to get some really good cash flow. And it's just a beautiful property. I can't go on and on about that, but in the pictures that you see in the middle of the card, on the left-hand side, you'll see an image of a house. It's not necessarily the house that we saw. It's an animated image, but it represents, hey, you purchase a house. The second picture is you collect money because it cash flows. We like properties that cash flow day one, month one, right? And then on the right-hand side, you can see the term. It's 3 to 5 years, so it's a buy and hold. And you're making money as you're holding it. So in this one, it's similar to the last one where we got our down payment.
Right. The numbers.
Yep. With the numbers, the down payment on this one is $67,000. So you need $67,000. That's typically around 20-25% down on the deal. This particular deal costs $335,000 in order to purchase it. We would get a loan again for that. But a longer term loan, typically a 30-year loan for this one. So the interest rates are a lot lower than a hard money loan. And then here we have the annual expenses. So the annual expenses are around $39,000. That includes taxes, insurance, maintenance, capex, management, and all of that, all the bells and whistles.
Quick lesson. CapEx, if you don't know what that is, CapEx is all of the expenditures that you have over long-term lifetime of the building. So things like water heaters that go out, things like replacing the roof, things like replacing different functions of the house.
Yep.
big items that go out over time. Things don't last forever. So CapExing is budgeting a certain amount of your income every month that goes into a pot, goes into a savings, just for that, for when those things happen. It's not like, oh, all of a sudden this is happening. It's not all of a sudden. Those things don't last forever. You should know when it's going to go out. You should have planned for that.
Yep.
So that's what we do.
Exactly. Yep. That is a good point. And then after your expenses, we have the annual revenue. So this is the bottom line. How much does a property generate with the strategy that she just mentioned is a rent by the room type situation. So the annual revenue, the cash that it brings in, is about $59,000. And if you subtract the annual expenses from that annual revenue, you get your annual cash flow, which is $20,000. Now, keep in mind that the down payment, the money it took to put into the deal, was $67,000. The money that you're getting out every single year, month by month, that's $20,000. So that ROI is 29.9%. That's almost 30% ROI. And to put it in aspect, if you hold this deal for about 3 years, you're almost doubling your money. You're almost getting to $67,000 back. So this is really, again, a really great number. Double digits is definitely where you want to be when it comes to ROI.
Yeah. I love this. You know what I love so much?
What's that?
You. So this guy is conservative with his numbers. I'm almost like, look, because I know this deal too. I walked through this deal. I seen the numbers as we were doing it. He always comes from the conservative side when it comes to the numbers. That's why he's the finance manager. He handles all of that very well. So when I say conservative, meaning that he's not looking at the exciting numbers and just going with that and spewing that out. No, he's literally thinking about all the what ifs that can go wrong, all the what ifs that we need contingency for, and building them into this deal before he shares them with you. So these numbers that you see, don't think that they're like blown out of proportion, like this is something that is like a dream. These are conservative numbers. So I just want you to know that that's what I'm seeing, and keep that in mind when you're looking at any of the deals that we put together. He's the executive for the finances.
Yeah, thank you, love.
Yeah.
Thank you, love. And the thing is at the end of the year or end of the month, if you're going to get a surprise, right, you want that surprise to be, hey, we made way more money than we thought we were going to make, not the other way around. So we like good surprises, and that's why we estimate conservatively, so we can surprise everybody with good numbers.
Yeah.
So it's awesome.
So I'll read into the small print for those in the back, the deal information. It says this multifamily residential property is located in Deptford, New Jersey, city about 15 to 20 minutes away from Philadelphia, PA, which is important to know and think of when you're talking about rent by the room, Airbnb, anything like that. It's densely populated area. With only minor repairs needed, this project would be ideal to creatively use the property with a buy and hold strategy that would cash flow day one and would equate to over a 29.9% total ROI in year one. After year 5, the initial $67,000 would grow to $169,000.
Woo!
Equaling 252% ROI. Almost 3 times your money. Now, I don't care where you got your money right now. Let it be in a stock, let it be wherever it is. Where do you know that you can actually project that with where your money is right now? Yeah.
No, yeah, and that's a good point, because over the last 100 years, the value of real estate, what it looks like, this. It doesn't look like this. It looks like this, right? Yeah. This is stock market. This is real estate, just straight up. So really great point. And this is the key. Real estate is really, most of the times it's built for long-term holds. Over time, it outperforms everything. right? And so if you can find a deal like this, a buy and hold, it's just priceless. It's priceless to create what we were talking about at the beginning of the show, that freedom, right? It's key to creating that for yourself. Yep.
All right. Can I share a little detail to kind of like also like so that they can understand, show like the
You want to?
explaining like how you do like the conservativeness of this.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Go
they
ahead.
don't
Give them
know.
a nugget.
They don't know that this deal. I saw this deal in the market. Remember, and it was priced that they have it on the market for $299,000. That's the asking price. That's what they put it up on the MLS for. Tyrone says, "Nah, we got to look at what is the top number we can give them and still make this deal work for us."
Mm-hmm.
So he has the purchase price on this deal card at $335,000. That's $36,000 of room over what they're asking for the house. So just think about that when, matching it up with when I say he's the conservative guy. So.
Yeah. It's awesome.
All right. So this is awesome. So yeah, this is the last segment of the show. I hope you liked it. I hope that you're interested in more. I hope that you're definitely interested in these opportunities that are right here in our backyard, ready for us to just take. Please use the QR code.
Yeah.
Use the QR code. Check out what we have in there. We're going to constantly be bringing you more and more. But specifically, just note what you're interested in when you fill out any of the forms on our QR code. All right.
Thank you, and see you next Friday.